Hey everyone, welcome back to Pix Life Crisis. Today we're diving into Cat's Eye, the global girl group that literally came from a worldwide audition and reality show to take over the pop scene. Formed through the 2023 competition The Debut Dream Academy, this 6-member blended group was handpicked from over 120,000 applicants. I'm a pretty new fan, all things considered. I'm a late K-pop convert. I was ravaged, like many of us, by the phenomenal hit K-pop Demon Hunters, and I haven't looked back since, but I really wanted to emphasize some of the amazing things these young women have already been through. But okay, here's a twist you're not going to want to miss. Today we're turning these real-life pop stars into Sims, building their looks, styles, and personalities from scratch in The Sims 4. So are their Sims going to serve performer energy, or are we about to get pure chaos? Let's see what happens. Alright, I think I'm going to attempt to start out with Megan here. Now, for all the girls so far, I've just randomized some Sims just to get some faces out there so I could get it saved and get everything set up. So for Megan, I'm going to work on her face first, and when I was studying her face, some of the things that I thought stood out about her features was a thick lower lid, a hooded eye. She tends to have a thinner brow, a rounder nose. I feel like, at least with her makeup especially, but maybe perhaps a little bit naturally, she has a little bit of turn down at the end of her eye, and she overall has a softer, younger face than some of the others since she is one of the youngest members. She is 19 to my awareness, so she's pretty young. So I'm going to play around with some sliders here that I've downloaded, and I have never done that before, so we're all going to learn together. So I knock everything off my desk. So maybe we'll start with hair just to kind of let us lean into it. I don't know where I want to start. And I'm going to be using hair inspiration from when she had the pink money piece. I really liked that hairstyle, and I think it's super iconic, so that's the one I'm going to stick with. And I downloaded some CC for this too, which I'm also really excited to explore with you guys. Pretty much all the CC I had in my game so far was just for the early decades challenges that I'm working on, but I definitely needed some updated different types. Yeah, I think that's looking good. I think that's looking really good, honestly. Let's look at some hair real quick just to help pull it together here. Okay. I think this could be really good. Then we make it darker. Yeah, kind of like that. And then I'm pretty positive this has... Yeah. And then we'll put a pink. Kind of a dusty pink on there. Maybe that one would be better. Yeah. I think that's looking pretty good. Let's play with the makeup. So we definitely want some blush. And I want the kind that's like right under the cheeks. Or right under the eyes, rather. Yes, that one. That's pretty. Kind of think I want to do her eyes just a little bit more almond. Or a little narrower, like kind of like that. Yeah, I think that's way better. I think that took it somewhere. Looking at them all together, she seems like she might be a little on the taller side of the group. They all seem pretty, they're all rather a similar height, but she does seem to have long legs, and she's kind of a little bit taller. So I'm going to just make her a tiny bit taller. I gotta take this off. She's kind of a more muscular leg there. Yeah, let's bring her legs up a little bit. Yeah, that's better. I think that's a more accurate representation of her body line. So I'm going to style Miss Megan. Okay, after their Gap ad. Their Gap ad, she had this really cute little outfit on that was denim, and it had a skirt, a top, and some cute boots. So that's what I'm going to look at for inspiration for her. Come on, these are so good. They're denim. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with her. I'm coming back to this again the next day, and I couldn't stop thinking about Megan because I didn't feel like she looked right yet. And I am very much happier with her now. I think it had to do with the spacing of her eye and the heaviness of the top lid I wasn't happy with yet. So I also changed the hairstyle just to give her a little more length because I felt like the one I had before, while I liked the bangs, didn't give her enough length. So I am feeling much, much happier with her appearance. All right, what do we think? Do we think this looks pretty well like Megan? I think we came pretty close, honestly. I can't complain. I think they did pretty well, and I think that the outfit definitely meets the vibe. Okay, so this is the base that we're starting off with for Sophia. And Sophia is one of the elder members, but by elder I only mean 23. She grew up in the Philippines, so she is of Philippine descent. And as far as her recognizable features that I studied, I think what I wrote here is that she has a full brow, a smaller forehead. She's got thick, dark, long hair, full lips, a smaller nose, and she, of all the girls, has the most heart-shaped face. It's not fully heart-shaped, but she has kind of a smaller chin, like a smaller, more pointed chin. This is where we're starting for Miss Sophia. Oh, and we could do a little bit of soften the hairline a little bit. I think that one maybe. So she also seems to wear her brows a little on the straighter side. Somehow I feel like I'm capturing her a little bit better than I was for Megan, but we'll see how that ends. Those could be famous last words. All right, I think we have Sophia pretty decent. She looks pretty nice in my opinion. So we are going to be doing a black number for her. It was a performance, a live performance somewhere, and I just thought it was super cute. I'm not exactly sure where, but it's an interesting all black ensemble. Okay, I think that's it for Sophia. What do you think? How do you think we did? I think she turned out pretty gorgeous. I feel a little bit more like she favors Sophia more than I did for Megan. So maybe as I go, I'll just get a little better and better each time. Maybe, right? So next, we're going to be working on Yeon Che. And she is from Korea. And she is one of the other youngest members of the band. I think she's the youngest member at 18. This is the base I've kind of started off for with her. So far as like the base sim and kind of messing around with the facial features so far, I think I've started to get a likeness of her. So far as my notes on her style and look, I have Yeon Che. She's got arched brows, small but full mouth, heavy lower lid, narrower nose, heart-shaped face, romantic features like the softer ultra feminine, and she's got kind of a higher volume in the crown of her head versus the forehead. So she has kind of a smaller forehead, just from my study of her. She tends to wear her hair quite split down the middle, quite long, sometimes with a little wave, but oftentimes quite straight. Okay, for Yeon Che, I decided I wanted to do her look out of the Monster High collaboration they did. I really had a hard time picking between her and Sophia on this one because Sophia's look was so fierce. But I just couldn't find something like those red bandana pieces she had on. I'm going to do my best here to see what I can do to recreate it. She is so adorable. I can't get over it. Okay. So what do we think? Do we think that she looks pretty close? Pretty good? Let me know what you think. Let me know if you would have picked something different. So we have saved my personal favorite members for the later part of the video. And I'm starting with Laura. She is beautiful, and I just think she is super gorgeous, and I'm anxious because I'm afraid that I'm not going to be able to do her justice, just like all of them, but even more so because I'm a big fan. So some of the things I noticed about Laura from a design point of view, like in an artistic breakdown, was she obviously has this beautiful Indian heritage. It comes out really in her strong nose and strong jaw. She has a really beautiful deep complexion and lots of very high angle bone structure. So she's one of the few members of the band that really has a lot of high angles in her face, and I think that's probably why I struggle with her a little bit. So as far as an outfit for Laura, I'm going to be doing another performance outfit that I really fancied. And I think it was at Lollapalooza, if I remember correctly. And they had on these red outfits with these awesome leather jackets that I'm going to try to replicate. And some fantastic black boots. So I downloaded a couple more things to do better for our Laura. And the hair, the first one I tried on, this is immediately her hair. That's just her hair. That's already helping a bit. And I also, yes, downloaded some better nose rings, hopefully. Oh, that's so much better. Look at how beautiful that is. Oh, we could even do something like this maybe. That's pretty. Okay, let's look at these. Are any of these? Oh, that's kind of cute. Oh, I guess we should take off the other one. Oh, I kind of like that. It's got a little jewel in the middle. Ooh, she wears ones like this all the time. Since I've seen her actually wear white ones just like this, I think I'll go with that. Alright guys, I think that's as good as I'm going to get for right now. Probably, I think this is where we're settling. So we changed a couple accessories on the face, changed up her hair. What do you think? You think we nailed Laura? Alright, I think this is probably going to be our most drastic transformation. This is going to turn into the lovely Daniela, or as some refer to her, Danny, which is actually what I'll probably end up calling her tonight, just because it's a little shorter and easier for my mouth to wrap around. Daniela, she is, I think, probably, in my personal opinion, which is very subjective and not in any way important or impactful beyond my little piece of the internet, but I do think she's probably the most gorgeous member of Cat's Eye to me personally. So that's why I saved her for next to last, because I'm really intimidated because she's so pretty. So let's see what I have written down for her. So Daniela is 21 and she is from USA, from Georgia. And the few things I wrote down about how I viewed her face is that she generally has a bit of smaller features in her face. They are sitting more towards the middle of her face in a smaller way. She has upturned eyebrows. She has the larger, rounder forehead that makes her almost look kind of like a porcelain doll. She has full but wider lips, a smaller, gentle chin, and paler skin. So, and she also has this really pretty curly hair. At least that's how she wears it sometimes. So we are going to do our best to see if we can capture her likeness in any way at all. Let's see what we can do. For Miss Danny here, we are going to be doing one of my all-time favorite videos, which is Gabriella. So tell me how you think we did. If you think we got her likeness decent, and how we nailed the outfit, and tell me what you would have done differently in the comments down below. Alright, and we are wrapping up with one of the most uniquely beautiful members of Cat's Eye, again in my opinion, Manon. She is just incredibly interesting to look at to me. And it's why I saved her for last, because I'm super intimidated. So Manon is 23. She is from Switzerland. And some of the things that I noted about her design choices were often that she wears her hair in braids. A lot of the times half up, half down. So I think we have some really pretty hairstyles for that. Like that one I was trying on Daniela, I think will be perfect. She has very full lips, straight brows, a rounder, softer face, almond eyes, a rounder nose, and this beautiful complexion. Let's move on to her clothes. I also saved my favorite song for last, which is Everything's Gnarly. So we are going to be recreating Manon's look from that music video, which will be quite fun. Well, here's our last girly. How do you think we did with Manon? I think we did pretty well. I definitely think we nailed her outfit, and I think she was a great place to end for our episode. Let me know what you think. And that's it. We officially turned Cat's Eye into Sims. Honestly, I'm kind of obsessed with how they turned out. Some of them are pretty accurate, and some of them definitely chose chaos. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments which member you think I nailed, or who I should remake or tweak next. And wherever you are, I hope you're also indulging in your comfort getaway from the reality we're living in. Bye!